Well, look what I have found in my collection. Performance transmission mount for GM rear-wheel drive cars and two-wheel drive trucks. As it happens, it is the same mounting as a Tremec 5-speed box. Therefore, as this is a nice, I think it's a polyurethane, yes it is, polyurethane, I'm going to use that. So now I need to put my car up in the air again and bolt this to the transmission. How many bolts does it come with? Only comes with 2, so that's to mount it to the transmission. To the transmission. I still need to get the bolts for here, so I got to figure those out before I can go any further. Yes, I know. Don't you love the way these videos just go on and on? All right, so this... Oh, beg my pardon, I got hiccups. This plate is now an imposition. Whilst you probably can't see... You can't see what I can see. There's a gap here. There's nothing here. On the other side, that's touching, and there's a gap there, which is even bigger. This, as I mentioned earlier, this plate is at an angle, and this is the plate they gave me for an automatic. And so I now have to fuck with it. And I've got to make this level with that. That's what I have to do. Oh, my light died. I'm sorry. Let's try that again. I have to make this level with this. And that means fucking around with this area here. Big hefty plate too, and a lot of welds to chop off. I will do that because I want to get it right. And the mount doesn't like it either. But I've got this nice big ass piece of plate. I got this piece of plate which I can now fuck with. I'm an also. Jeez, I got to get some new teeth. Try and make these parallel. In other words, this plane here and this plane here, make them parallel as well as level. So I've really got to chop this baby about. Which is a great shame because it's nice, it's nicely powder coated, but it's no fucking use. And I want it right. Then, after I've done all of that chopping around, then I can mark where I need to drill the holes and make the new mounts onto the body. But my first... concern, I guess, is to decide which plane to rectify first. And saying that, I don't think I can. I have to rectify them both at the same time. If it doesn't work, okay, I just got to buy another chunk of metal and make it. But it's rather a nice plate. Now, of course, another thought is that I could change where the mounting holes are. I could fill these holes with weld. Sorry, you're not seeing that. I could fill these holes with weld and move the hole further out, thereby saving me a little bit of a headache. That is probably something I'll do. I want to say this side is okay. They're far enough out, but because of the shape of the transmission tunnel, it doesn't come in on this side. So maybe I can't move that one out anymore, can I? Maybe I can move it back here somewhere. I think what I'm going to have to do is chop around with all the other parallelograms, and make it parallel in both directions. Once I have done that, then I can figure out where the fuck the holes have got to go. This is going to be one hell of a job. Could I make a new one from scratch? Probably. But let's see what I can do with this, and if I fuck it up, oh well. Yeah. Here we go again. It's Christmas. Actually, it's my birthday. It's not. It's getting close to my wife's birthday. Mustn't forget that. Also, mustn't forget, I need to sharpen this damn thing. Yep, from my supplier, one of my suppliers, S&G Barrett. They're usually pretty good. Especially if you call them and speak to Frank in sales. He's very helpful, very knowledgeable. And always seems to sort me out. And if you happen to be a Jaguar Enthusiast Club member, I believe there is a special deal where you get a discount. And I am a member and I get a discount. Today's little toy is the oil pressure sender unit, which I think was like $114. That's your part number. Oh, look, it even comes nicely wrapped. And there she is. Made in UCK 3022. Looks like 1901-06P. One terminal. Mine has two terminals on it. Here's the original, but they're the same terminal, so it really doesn't matter. Thread looks the same. Oh, good. This one comes with a nice new washer, and hopefully the same thread. A much smaller hole. That's interesting. Hopefully it's a little more accurate. Right, next thing to do is to take this baby and get it fitted, and keep fingers crossed that this solves my problem. I think I'm going to coat that with clear lacquer first. It's nice and shiny, but I'm sure it's not protected. So I'm going to coat that with clear lacquer before I put it in. Looks like it's the same size. Originally, I think it was a 3/4. Let me check that. Okay, it appears that now we've got this metric shit. This is now an 18mm. The new one is an 18mm. Whilst the 3/4 may have functioned, it was loose. 18mm is a much better fit. Sucks, doesn't it? I hate all this metric shit. It's an English car, we don't need metric. Alright, so let's clean this up and get it on. Okay. Now, in theory, this should be the condenser I need for the Mark II's air conditioning. We will see. Cool, this really is blunt, this knife. Dear, oh dear. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, that is really terrible. Oh, no, I'm embarrassed by that. Good God. Oh shit, they glued it as well. Hang on. Oh. Glued it, stapled it. Staples. God, yeah. Okay. Never draw a knife towards you. Oh, it wasn't me. Someone else did it. All the way from sunny Florida. No wonder the commandos like these knives. Nothing it can't do. I hope you're enjoying this. for that little condenser. All right. Sorry, gotta try and keep you in focus. Oh dear, oh dear. I really don't want me to get to this. There it is. Yes. And it goes that way. Yeah. It doesn't go that way. It goes that way. Okay. And this is the big one, and this is the little one. And I've got to find out, oh sorry, hang on, you probably can't see that. That's the big connection. That's the little connection. And it mounts this way, but I don't know whether that should be at the top or that should be at the top. I've got to look at AC shit. Excuse me a second. Don't go away. I'm going to make it naked for you. There she is. My God, the trouble I have had trying to get a condenser that will fit. This will be going in here. This will be going in here. That's going to be bloody perfect. And then I'll get the fan on the front of that. That will be fucking great. Oops, did I say fucking out loud? Yeah. Oh, that's going to be really good. Now all I've got to do is make brackets up for this. I tell you what, this modification lark, and I'm sure my friend Dave of Classic Arcade would agree that when you start modifying things, you have to get really creative. Even when you're doing normal shit, you have to get creative, but modifying, you have to get even more creative. So with brackets, I'm going to make up for that, and for the fan, you know, and so on and so forth. But that's, I'm so pleased with that. Now I've got to sell the old one. If I could sell the old one for $100, then it's kind of a wash. Because this cost me 100 and something, I think 105 with shipping, something like that. And the other one cost me 170, but I'm going to sell it for 100. And that is just, that's almost giving me a Woody. And that's been a long time. But look at that. That's fucking amazing that that's going to fit in there nicely. Oh gosh. All right, let's. Oh shit. Sorry, that's a very that's a very short video, isn't it? Of two stupid little things. I'm going to push it out. Just because I know you guys like to see a video, even though it's of nothing much. Gosh. Yeah, that's I'm sorry, that's really pleased me. Right. Okay, here is the panel now with all the inside repairs. And while you see the white pattern, that is paper towels. What I did is I put on the fiberglass resin, and then put paper towels on top of it, and then put my little old anvil here on there to keep it flat for this particular one, and the same there and the same there. And then obviously I've got my sponge on here. This is where I did a JB Weld repair, and then I've just put super glue on top of it to give it some hardness. purely because I didn't want to mix up a batch of fiberglass resin. Got to wait for that to go off. I mean, it's I can touch it, but I'll leave that until the morning. And on the other side, so I've got this area. I've given it a quick sand, and that seems okay. I'm not going to go fussy with it. Again, I'm not going to go fussy with it. It's okay. Same here. It's okay. There's a little bit there. I've got a bit of a lump there that I want to deal with. I don't like that. Then it's a matter of just finish sanding off here and drill a hole for the screw. Sorry, I'm just looking around here. Oh, and this one here, I've got to drill a hole there for the screw. I need to figure out what size screws they are, then shoot down to my local Ace Hardware and get the screws and the cups that I was talking about. And I got to tell you guys, using that cardboard and soaking it in fiberglass resin makes a good stiff board. So I should put some on my dick. Yeah. And then I've got to figure out how many screws I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Surely there should be one up here somewhere. 8, 9, 10-ish. 10-ish, that means I'll buy 20 at least. Yeah, I'll definitely buy 20. Make sure I got enough. Okay. I know I keep going back to this board, but I've had a couple of emails, people that were really interested in how the repairs went and the strength of them. And I got to say, I'm impressed with my work. How about that? Self-praise. I've got a little bit sticking up there. All right. It's not going to matter, but, you know, I like to try and make it sort of smoothish. I don't know if I'll coat the inside with anything. The only reason I'm thinking I might is because of moisture. Don't want to get moisture into the board. But I live in fucking Arizona. The chances of moisture are remote. All right, what's today? Today is Friday the 19th. Barrett & Jackson starts tomorrow. I will be going there on Wednesday at the moment. That's my plan. But my wife has been called up for jury duty, so it may be that I'm not going. Because we have dogs and we can't leave them alone. Simple as that. Which would be a bit of a bugger, but hey, got to do what you got to do. Perhaps I can charge the government for me not going to Barrett & Jackson. All right, that's the end of this. Now, I know I'd already said get out in that garage and go do some shit, but I'm going to say it again now, purely because I'm adding this afterwards. Go do some shit in the garage. Yes.